Who you in food for this? Who you in food for this?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Armadillos and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night primetime.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With Flower around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got Burton here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hartman, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Uses the stiff arm. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Brings up 2nd and 3. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And just like that, it's 3rd down. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to throw. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line.
Now's the time. Don't give them nothing.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's French, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll look to throw here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Armadillos are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. In trouble, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And they bring their punter out there now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston set to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll run on first down. French, and good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On third down, it's French, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 54 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. French, and they'll get to him just inside the 15 even after that strong run we witnessed. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. They'll set up to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Armadillos are able to stretch out their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hartman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
That was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
On first down, it's French, and he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They'll run on first down. French, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! From 3 yards out.
And the Armadillos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2nd and 13. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Past the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards.
And the Bulls are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now out comes Houston. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Set him back 5. On 2nd down, it's French. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Hard running at the 15. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Nice hit, boy.
Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick here is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, it's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And you can see they started the season with a focus on the running game, and it served them well in the opener so far. Meanwhile, for our home team, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
But he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. from the gun. He'll hand this off. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. The quick slant caught. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
This is taken at the 23.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Houston's offense taking over again. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's French. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
On first down, French. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. He finds his man, complete. That's French. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Another catch for him there in this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, French. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 136 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Haskins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Keep on coming.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now? Touchdown! from 6 yards away.
And the Armadillos add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Bulls 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
7 yards to pick up there. Second and 3. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
On first down, it's French, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6 as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 157 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Right back to him on first down. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They hand off to their big tight end. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. On 3rd down. French. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself. And that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harrington. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll run on first down. It's French, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. French dances by at the 20. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down now. It's French, and this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Armadillos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 24.
Get me! Let's go!
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off around the 37. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. On 2nd down, it's French, and he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll try again. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Armadillos use the short field to get in for 6.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hartman. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. On 1st down, French, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And some room to roam now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Here we go. He's taken down.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for our visitors, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.